we're gonna try to segue all those things into that regarding
At
the
school, they knew what fraternities you were in. I mean,
Definitely wasn't an easy decision. I sat down with my dad.
Welcome to another episode of I Am the Change podcast, brought to you by DTR Incorporated, a nonprofit organization geared toward uplifting, inspiring, and empowering communities all over the world. I am your host, Michael Davis, alongside the lovely Ms. Sharice Lovett and Mr. Jason Redmond. Definitely excited about this episode. Let's go.
All right. Hey, Sharice, what's going on? We're back at it again.
I know we've been off a couple weeks, so missed you, friend.
Hey, missed you too, friend. So, with just us two today, I figured you just got back from Antigua in January.
Yep.
I just got back from the great state of Texas. Hey, man, tell me, what is your travel plans for 2022?
Well, let's back up. Where did you go in Texas?
I went to Houston, man. That's where I'm from. Yeah, I went home. So I go home. I don't go home a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I don't go home a lot is because kind of far. I'll keep it a buck. Houston's not really close. There's always something going on. You can't go to Houston for 3 days. You got to go for at least 4.
Mm-hmm.
If you go on a Friday, you can't come back to like a Monday or Tuesday. So you got to really get the experience. And so,
right.
So sometimes it's hard to schedule a 4-day weekend to go home. So this time I had a ticket. I needed to use it, and I went home. So
okay.
Yeah.
Now you asked, what are my travel plans for the year?
2022, correct.
2022. So, for those that don't know, I turned 40 in January, and so for my 40th birthday, a good friend of mine, and I, we went to Sandals in Antigua. So Sandals, okay, so when I booked the trip, I didn't realize it was like a couples resort. So of course we weren't a couple. We weren't a couple.
It's okay.
But that allowed me to, I really was able to take in everything that Sandals had to offer as a single person.
Right.
And the couples there were so amazing. Like, the staff was great. The locals were great. The couples that I met were awesome. Everybody on the resort knew it was my birthday. And so, told them every chance I could.
And if I'm not mistaken, you had like the little shawl.
I had a sash, yes.
Sash.
I had a sash on just for that day. I did a birthday photo shoot while I was there. I ended up getting a gift from one of the people at the resort. One of the bands that performed, they stopped their set and the lead singer sang happy birthday to me on my birthday. Like, I felt like a celebrity.
Because you told everybody it was your birthday, probably.
That's beside the point. The fact of the matter is they were happy to celebrate my birthday with me. And
I'm sure you did. You were happy to celebrate your birthday with them too.
Oh, absolutely. So the reason I picked Antigua is that's where my dad is from. Okay. And so while I was there, I also was able to meet some uncles and cousins for the first time. Okay. So that was really, really cool. And my plan is to go back at the end of October, beginning of November, stay for about 10 days. Wow. And really immerse myself in family and the culture. Because I plan on making that a yearly trip and possibly a home in the future.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
So yes.
Antigua will be your home.
But I want to go, so besides going to Antigua at the end of the year, recently moving to Florida, I just want to experience like what Gulf Coast has to offer, since I'm on the Gulf side of Florida.
Gotcha.
So spending some time doing that. I don't know if I have any plans of doing anything else outside of the country besides Antigua this year.
Gotcha.
But birthday 2023 is going to be in Jamaica.
Is that like a milestone or something? Or are you just going to Jamaica?
No, so since I turned 40, I'm going somewhere every year for my birthday.
Oh. I got
Yes.
you. Got you.
So we're going to Jamaica next year
Okay. Jamaica next year on your birthday.
on my birthday,
I got it.
January 4th through the 10th. I already have the dates and everything.
You ain't playing around.
Oh no.
You ain't playing around. You got everything booked and set and ready?
Everything's not booked. I'm trying to figure out how many people are going because when I do this booking, I want to book everything at one time.
Gotcha.
So it's open to whomever who wants to go and have a good time.
So you're putting it out there, like you're letting folks know, like, hey,
Yeah.
we had a ball in Antigua.
And it was just 2 of us in there, and I had a ball.
Yeah. I saw the pictures. I saw the pictures. Yeah, it looked like you had a good time.
I did.
All right. So
And I'm even still in contact with people from Antigua.
yeah.
I'll just leave it at that.
Okay, it's fine.
So are you traveling anymore in 2022?
So yes, this year is my 30th year in my fraternity, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. We are planning to go to New Orleans the 28th through the 2nd of May. Me and my line brothers, we're going to go down and have a donkey of a time.
The 28th of April to the 2nd of May, or the 28th of May to the 2nd of June?
The 28th of April to the 2nd of May.
Okay.
Yeah. And then in July, we're on our conclave. I just booked the Airbnb. I'm excited about
Please
that.
don't go down there and cut a monkey in Charlotte.
So I went some years ago to the conclave, and when it was in Charlotte, and I say the whole weekend is a blur. Like, so God protects babies and fools. And that week, I was both. I was both. Oh man, it was a great weekend. Can't tell you much about it because I don't remember much about it, but it was a great weekend.
You know you had a good time.
Oh, I had a great time. I could have so for me, there's not a lot of stuff that I like to do. I like to drink alcohol, I like to drink beer, I like to hang out with my friends. And then from there, everything else is just like, just like sprinkles on the ice cream. It's like it's additions. So
Got you.
So that's in July. And then my homeboy from high school getting married in September. So I'm going to Colorado for the first time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he's so if you know me, in September I'm coaching football, so like I'm not going anywhere. So I'm going to end up missing a game because I got to fly out. I think I'm probably going to end up flying out on Thursday, and then just stay Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and come back Sunday.
Yeah, that's not like you.
Right. So
So that means this wedding and this person has to be very important to you.
Yeah, this is my man. This is like we go back. He was my best friend in high school. Like we met my freshman year. The summer before my freshman year in high school, we played football together. This is my guy, man. Like, if my junior year, he was a senior, but my junior year, like if there was something going on, like we were together. Like you saw him, I was right behind him. Like if he turned the corner and you're like, yo, where's Jason? Here I come. I'm just like, it was just, we were like, we were thick as thieves. We rode bikes together until I got my driver's license, and I was like, X this bike stuff. I got to drive a car.
Right.
Like,
you got a car now.
Yeah. And but he still rides bikes. He's a cyclist. Like he's a professor. He has his own cycle club.
Wow.
So when I was in Houston, I hung out. We got his birthday had just passed, but so he has a roofing gig. He had a roofing gig in New Orleans, and so while we were down there, he had a little birthday party, and like everybody that was there was cyclists. So I'm like, man, this cycle thing is pretty big. I wasn't influenced to go get on a bike, but everybody was like cycling. So I was like, all right, cool. So they all talked about, cycling and how they met, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, that's a lot of love for this guy. So,
that's what's up.
Yeah. So after Colorado in October, of course, my annual trip, I'm going to homecoming.
You're going to homecoming. I got to figure out if I make October what this year?
October 6th through the 9th. So the Saturday is my birthday.
I can't do that.
Hey, man. Hey.
Well, only because I plan on going to Antigua in the end of October, November.
Hey, I get it.
And I told you, and anybody who watches our podcast knows that we are trying so hard to get to a Knoxville College homecoming. Because I want to walk on the same grounds that you did, where all these amazing people that we have interviewed and everything because like I said, Knoxville College is, y'all got some heavy hitters coming out of there.
Man, it's got to be something in the water, man. I'm just so blessed to be able to have gotten into the school and graduated, man, to be an alum. So there are some very amazing people that come from that university, come from that college. And I was just blessed to be able to be in the number. So, and I go back to homecoming every year, not because there's so much stuff to do and something. We pretty much do the same things, but it's just seeing the people. Like it's just seeing the people.
It's a big reunion, big family reunion.
Yes, the big family reunion. Yeah, that's the only way to put it. It's a big family reunion. When you get in there, like if you're family, like your family. But if you're not, you're on the outside looking in, you're like, man, what? You'll be complaining. But if you're on the inside looking out, you're amazed to see all the people, and you're just so happy. You meet somebody. Like I meet alums that were in school 10, 15 years before me. Like they know my name. They be like, hey, where's Jay Red at? I'm like, they'd be like, oh, he's over there. And they'd be like, yo, I want to meet that guy. I'm like, why? Like, but
you've always been humble as long as I know you.
Yeah. I'm not that. Yeah. I'm very confident who I am. But I don't try to be arrogant with like, yo, I'm that guy.
Right.
Yeah, nah. But yeah, there's some folks in there that they're doing their thing. Yeah. So that's it. I don't have anything else for the year though.
After October?
Yeah, that's it. I don't have anywhere else to go. No. I might slide a trip in to see my mom, see my dad. Maybe.
I'm gonna say you're not gonna go to. Where did Deja just move to? Pennsylvania someday? Don't win.
Philadelphia? No, I've been there 3 times already. I'm good.
You said you're done.
So I'll probably go to Birmingham some point in time for like a little junket because I haven't seen my son's apartment. So I think it's.
Okay.
So he's been there. He's been there all this time, surviving without us. But I figured I'd go check him out. I haven't seen his way. I've been to Birmingham once or twice, but I haven't
been by his place
since he's been there. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So you come back to the Carolinas?
So I am. Mommy's 1 year passing is August 6th. So I think my sisters and I and my daughter are gonna. I don't know if we're planning something in North Carolina or we're gonna meet in North Carolina and come back down south. But I was like, I can just meet y'all in Florida.
Yeah.
Because it's time to spread her ashes.
Oh, okay.
And so I laughed because I was like, I thought we were gonna do something for her birthday, which is the 15th of this month. And they're like, no, we're just gonna wait till August. And I'm like, I love my mom and all, but I'm ready for her to get out my house.
Golly.
I mean, it's just, it's like, ready for her ashes to go. I love it though. Like I have a little keepsake urn, but like the big one, no.
What's you do with the big one?
It's right now. It's sitting in the closet on a shelf.
No, but I'm saying when you spread her ashes, what are you gonna do with them?
So what they did, instead of buying like a pretty urn that people like put on the mantle, the big one, it's in a styrofoam box inside of a cardboard box. So it's a bag inside of a styrofoam box.
So it's something y'all weren't gonna keep it anyway. You were gonna just.
Yeah, the purpose. That's why we bought keepsake urns, so we could have a little of her, for ourselves, and then because then it was like, who's gonna keep the large urn, right? So somehow I guess being the oldest, I was designated the keeper of the ashes for right now.
Hey, I get it. I get it.
Such responsibility.
I forgot in May, I'm going to Nashville.
What's going on in Nashville in May?
My mom's 80th birthday.
Wow. That's such a blessing. Like I tell anybody, I had this past week was a little rough for me. But you probably saw my post on Facebook and Instagram. So people whose parents, especially their moms, dads are great,
Dads get shitted on. Let's go ahead and speak on it. It's okay. Moms are great, but dads get shitted on. I get it.
No, but we've had to talk about that. And yeah, dads, like I am thankful my dad is still living. He is hilarious. And so I still have a parent. But it's something about that mother. And like my mom and I weren't always close, but she was still mom.
Right.
Of course, as I got older and and you come into your own and you become a parent and all these things, you're like, oh, I understand what she was doing or what she was trying to say or all that stuff. So, but anybody who met Charlene
Yes.
and understands that she was a different breed of crazy.
Yeah. So like people say stuff like, man, whatever I think, if I think it's gonna come out, like your mama was really like that. Like if she thought it was coming out.
Jason, when you met her, I was so embarrassed. I was like, she does not care what she says and who she says it to.
Yo, she was talking to me like we had been best friends for years. I think that might have been the first time I met her.
It was when we went to lunch.
Oh my gosh. She was talking to me. She was conversating with me like we had been best. I mean, I was laughing. I was enjoying myself, but I was like, yo, she just the first time she met me.
And that's how she was with everybody.
Yeah.
Now, she was, and that's crazy. You really couldn't tell if my mom didn't like you.
Oh yeah.
In a group setting, because she was just nice. But once we got the group setting, it's a different story. Yeah. But
she didn't talk about me, did she?
Oh no, she enjoyed. Like she was looking forward to us doing that again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she enjoyed lunch with you.
So look, matter of fact, since we're speaking on that too, we got to find a Teen Gen coordinator for North Carolina.
We do. I know you had talked to somebody, and if anybody's listening, so Teen Gen is the girls mentoring group that I started in Durham. Yes. And because I have moved away,
yeah.
We're looking for somebody to continue that on in Durham. It's for ages 12 to 17, the girls are. And it's a curriculum, but you could make it your own. And we just want to be able to continue what was started in Durham. I'll be implementing it in Sarasota this fall. So I'm excited about that.
You've already put the work in action?
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
I'll be implementing it in Sarasota this fall. And it was just, timing and everything. I hate to start something and not see it and not be able to continue to see it through. We got through that first 12 weeks, but and it is for it's volunteer. It's not a paid position.
No, it's not.
So you have to want to
not yet.
do it. You have to not yet. But you have to want to be a change in these young girls' lives.
Yes. Yes, you do. I got I got two young ladies in mind that I got two young ladies in mind, and so we're definitely gonna sit down and maybe put a Zoom together and talk to them or something. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, where is your favorite place you've been out of the country? Well, first of all, have you been out the country? You've been out the country.
Yeah.
So where's your favorite place you've been out the country?
Let me say, ladies, I'm not an extensive out of the country traveler. But my favorite place I went to was St. Croix in the Virgin Islands.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So it's St. Croix and the Caymans. I went to the Caymans on a cruise, and the Caymans were real dope. The one thing I liked about the Caymans were they were their poverty level is low. Like they don't believe people are gonna go to work. They're gonna find a way. They're gonna find a job. Banking is big in the Caymans also, but it's like when I went down there, I was looking at some watches, and I was like, "Hey man, you're not gonna try to pressure me to buy this watch?" The guy was like, "No." I was like, "Why not?" He's like, "Man,"
which is different than the Bahamas, because in the Bahamas there are vultures.
Yeah, so in the Caymans it was like, "No, I'm not gonna pressure you to buy it, and I'm gonna get paid." He said he basically saying, "I'm gonna get paid regardless if you buy it or not, because the poverty level is so low. Like everybody's got a job. Like if you want it, or somebody else will get it." So I was like, "Oh, okay." And he was telling me about that the government helps people, not so much helps you get a job, but it makes sure like if you're a citizen, if it's me and somebody that's a St. Croix native, they got to get that same, and we have the same qualifications, they're going to get a job to the St. Croix native, because they want all Cayman Island natives to have a job.
which is what's up.
Hey, I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him at all. Great country. Nice island. I went to St. Croix, and I really liked that island. It was laid back. Not no hustle. Like the hustle and bustle was an air taxi trip away to St. Thomas, but St. Croix was
My grandma's from there.
St. Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
St. Croix was like laid back, real calm. Subtle. We stayed this restaurant, this resort called the Buccaneer. It was cool. I really enjoyed it. I did.
Yeah, so I want to, just from having conversation with people. So St. Vincent Grenadines is a place I would like to go visit.
Okay.
More mountainous, more rivers than open. Like Antigua has hills. They also have 365 beaches too.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a beach for every day of the year.
So I went to Belize also. I like Belize. I like Belize for the history because they have the monuments and the pyramids. It was really dope.
So when you travel, are you the type of person? Now there's certain places I'll go and I like being a tourist. I like taking in the museums and the sightseeing and things like that. Are you that type of traveler?
I am. I like history. So when I went to Houston, I was trying to go to Midtown and I was trying to go to this Buffalo Soldiers Museum. Unfortunately, I never made it. And I didn't make it because
Papa Do's was calling your name.
Man, let's talk about Papa Do's, man. Oh my God. That food is pricey.
It could be a little expensive, but Papa Do's is great. I had Papa Do's for the first time when I went to Dallas.
So in Houston, I thought the Papa Do's on 610 was the original, but it's not. It was the one on Westheimer. So I go to one on 610 because that's where all the folks, that's where when we was in school, we would go to, when we had money, we would go to Papa Do's. Everybody wanted to go to Papa Do's. We go to Papa Do's, man. It was great. Like I went there on Sunday, and that was a bad day to go to Papa Do's because I thought about it after I did it, but it was Sunday. Church was getting out. They had the rodeo. I got there, put my name on the list. It was a 3-hour wait.
Woo.
Yeah.
And you had to sit and wait like they weren't going to call you and say, come back?
I sit there and wait for 3 hours. So I waited outside. Some of my friends came. We sat outside chopping it up, laughing and joking. And then, we went inside and waited. And then a couple guys had to go. So the party got smaller. And then it was like, hey, look, we don't have as many as we had before. We're going to cut the numbers down a little bit. We didn't get the table. And when you sat down, like that wait, they were on it. They were like, hey, what you want to eat? What you want to drink?
Yeah.
Got your order. Came back with the appetizer. Next thing you know, passing your food out. I think like we sat down in 20 minutes, we might have had the appetizer. And then another 10, 15 more minutes, the entree was coming.
Food was there, yeah.
Yeah, but good food, man. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Food was great. Food was great. So I'm always a foodie. So I go places to eat cuisine. Like I don't go, like when I go to Houston, normally I would stop at Jack in the Box and Whataburger because they don't have them here. Like if I go to Jack in the Box, it's down to exit 130 going towards Asheville. And I know.
Yeah, it's a Jack in the Box there, Carowinds too.
It's one in Charlotte too, yeah.
Yeah.
There's one going out there towards Charlotte. So anytime I see a Jack in the Box, I stop. Nobody in my house likes it, but it is what
That's
it is.
funny.
No, they don't. So when my son went to Grambling, there was a Whataburger like on the strip. So we went down there, stopped at Whataburger. Everybody's like, what is this? I'm like, man, this is a staple for my childhood.
My mom, when she would fly into Dallas, that was her and my sister's first stop. She would go get her, she would go to Whataburger and get her a meal coming off the plane. She said, I purposely don't eat going to Dallas because I know what I'm going to eat when I get there.
Yeah, man.
Let me tell you what I miss being in Florida. I miss cookout. Only because there's no way. Okay, so when I got here, and so I live in Bradenton. So when I got here, I was like, because I like to eat, I have to have food places as landmarks. And the first thing I found was a Jamaican restaurant because I have to have oxtails.
We went to one in Burlington. Yo, good food. Good food. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oxtails. Brayton.
Yeah, so I found me a Jamaican spot. So I just want y'all to know that the closest Chick-fil-A to me is like almost 15 minutes away. I was saying. You know, because you're used to like just driving, you see Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A. I mean, no. They do a lot more, they have a lot of little mom and pop spots down here.
Yeah.
And a lot more sit-down restaurants.
Yeah.
I don't have the time to do sit-down restaurants like that.
Yeah. You gotta take your time. So right. So from what I know of Bradenton, it sounds like it's more of a I'm gonna say one horse town, but it sounds like it's more of a tight-knit community where you got small mom and pop restaurants. No,
not really. It depends on the side of Bradenton. So what I have learned that like when they say on the other side of railroad tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other side of railroad tracks.
Yeah. I'm on the side of railroad tracks where they give zero cares about life. It's very interesting. Yeah, it's been an adjustment. Mm-hmm. It was very hard at first because I don't know anybody here. So it's just when I came, it was just myself, and then my youngest came down with me, and so it's we ventured out a little bit last weekend. We went to go do miniature golf and fed some alligators. And
what you call it came down to visit you?
Yeah, Ashley. Yeah, my friend Ashley did come down to visit. We went out on the town. That was my first time out.
How was that?
Doing grown people stuff. That was fun. That was fun. We had a ball that night, which was well needed. So I want to venture out and do more things, but I'm just worried being as a female by myself. Until I find people that I can like trust and hang with, I'll go to work and I'll go home and hang with my son. So no, and then so where else do I want to go? So I've been to the Bahamas a couple times. I love the Bahamas. Mm-hmm. Funny story. So when I went to the Bahamas twice on a cruise. Okay. And I snorkeled. Okay. So I was like, oh, okay, I can snorkel. I tried to snorkel in Antigua and thought I had met my watery grave. Yeah. Part of it, I want to say, was the fact that it had just rained. So the water was a little choppier. And that's what I'm going to chalk it up to, was the water was just a little choppier. And those waves, and I was trying to get my meat together. I jumped off the boat with no problem. But it was once I came up, when I surfaced and the waves kept hitting my face, I got back on that boat. And I said, I just watch everybody else snorkel. So we went to Puerto Rico and my wife and I went snorkeling, and we went to St. Croix first. Mm-hmm. And we went for our anniversary. So we went to St. Croix and we snorkeled in St. Croix. So the similar situation, had a good time snorkeling. You know what I'm saying? Got acclimated to the water, got your face in there, went on snorkeling, had a good time. Went to Puerto Rico, bro. They was like, "Hey, jump out the boat, go get it." Head to the island. I'm like, "Yo, man, I can swim, but I ain't the Michael Phelps in this mud." Man, right. I got out that mud, jumped in that water, and it was like, "Hey, man," the dude on the boat said, "Hey, he can't swim." I was like, "You think?" But I think all it takes is the one time for the salt water to touch your mouth through the snorkel. And then at that point, it's like, I feel like I can't control my breathing or anything else after that. I went into full panic mode. Mm-hmm. My homegirl that went with me is, when I tell you she's dying laughing, and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm dying. She's like, no, you're above the water. You're fine. I'm like, no, I'm dying. Yeah. And she's like, just get back on the boat. So I sat on the boat and took pictures and enjoyed the music. Hey, look. My children went out there mud swimming, and they had them go around the pier and come back. So they went out there swimming. My son was going out there. Some little youngin he was drowning, and he grabbed onto him and he scratched him a little bit, but he was like,
hey man, you can't swim. So he was like, hey, you got back in the boat. Hey man, they need to stop letting these youngins go on these swimming jumps. They can't swim. These jokes all scratched me up.
So we had to wear, y'all didn't have to wear life vests?
No, they didn't have no life vests.
Oh yeah, we had the little vest on and flippers.
Not in Puerto Rico, we didn't.
Oh.
Now in the Virgin Islands, we did.
Mm-hmm.
We had the vest and everything. Took us around the little reef. And, we had a good time. We had a great time. Not in Puerto Rico.
They said every man for themselves.
Every man for themselves. They had like a little line that when you were swimming. I guess they had you, but I didn't get off the boat. At that point, I got back on the boat. When I jumped off, go to the island and came back. I'm not getting back. I said, yeah, I'm not getting off again. I'm not swimming. I eat this food y'all got on here and drink the beer, but I'm not getting off the boat.
Right.
The swimming stuff is over for me.
Yeah, that was fun. Let me see. I don't know if I have any. I just want to live. I just want to visit everything in the Caribbean that I can.
I agree. Me too.
Yeah, I am. Being born in Florida, excuse me, I've always said I just love water. So I can sit and wait. I mean, just sit and be around water all the time. So if I can, my goal is to visit as many places in the Caribbean. Like I don't need to go to Paris. I don't need to do any of that stuff.
Yeah. I do want to go to Africa though.
What country in Africa?
Ghana. One of my line brothers, he's in Ghana. So I want to go over there and visit. He keeps telling me how great it is and how I should come over there. I'm like,
yeah, you tell me about it.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, this is not. Yeah, So the day I talked to him on the phone, I was saying like, he's what's the word? He boasts a lot, and so he was like, "Dog, I'm doing great things. Love y'all to come visit." I'm like, "Hey man, look, I get it. Ghana is not like around the corner, like dog. It's like a whole plane.
Right, you're not about to jump and take a little 2-3 hour flight to Ghana.
No, it's a whole 8, 10, 15 hours.
Yes, it's a hump.
Yeah, so no, I'm like, I'm good.
Like that's a flight you wear compression socks with.
Yeah. It's so like it's one thing to fly 3 hours, go to sleep and wake up and you're still on the plane. You're talking about like over 8 hours? No, bro. Like, come on. Like,
Let me tell you, the best sleep. So when I left Antigua, so you have to remember my birthday was on a Saturday, and I partied hard Saturday into Sunday morning. Why? I don't know, considering that we were flying out Sunday. So groggily got up, got to the airport, sat there, got on the plane. When I tell you, as soon as I sat down,
went straight to sleep.
Was gone, missed all the snacks. When I woke up, it was because I felt us landing in Florida. The flight attendant said, "Ma'am, you took the best nap, and I did not want to bother you." She said, "You were asleep before we took off." I said, "I believe it." I said, "Because I went hard last night."
Hey, but those are the best. Those are the best type trips because you can appreciate that sleep on the plane. I'm telling you, when I went to Houston, I was trying to read a book and be all studious. I think I read about 3 pages. I went straight to sleep. Yeah, I was out.
Not be studious.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But it was great times, man. Great times traveling.
Yeah, if I could, I'm gonna see what I could squeeze out. Like, if I could squeeze anything else out this year. But that second trip to Antigua this year, that's goals.
Are you gonna stay at a resort or are you gonna stay like?
So I think I may want to do. It definitely won't be a Sandals. They're expensive, number one. But I enjoy the no children all inclusive. And I didn't have to worry about what I was eating or drinking. Like they restocked the room bar every day. It was somewhere to eat and drink until 2 a.m. every night. So, but I may do Airbnbs are very, very, very minimal there. Mm-hmm. So that was one reason I was looking at to getting property because that's another stream of income since we always talk about income.
Right.
As an opportunity to do an Airbnb. Probably a smaller resort. They have other resorts that share that same side. I like that side of the island. When you go to English Harbor, where they have their sailboat competition every year, and the yachts come in, and that's the side of the island that you'll get Wyclef and all of them to stay on and everything like that. Because I think he was in town when I was there. Like he was on the island when I was there. Justin Bieber had just left because they were there for New Year's.
Okay.
But it depends. It'll probably be another resort, but just definitely not Sandals.
Gotcha.
Yeah, not for that purpose of that trip.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So what do you think about if you had the opportunity to move over to Antigua to live, what would you want to do for like employment?
I want to do recreation. The kids need something to do. Like I feel like because my profession is so versatile, it could go anywhere.
Okay.
Wherever I am, I want to be able to take kids out of the community and work with them.
Okay.
Cause it's something like but everybody over there is so stinking happy. Like it was so crazy. I asked where were the police officers?
You don't want them to be happy?
No, that's a good thing. It was
Okay.
like they were just happy outside climbing mango trees and playing in the yard and stuff, which we don't see a lot of kids doing now. Since I moved here, I'm shocked at the number of kids that stay outside and play and riding bikes. So that made me happy. I was like, oh, good, kids are still playing. But yeah, taking I didn't see, and I asked too. I didn't see like a recreation center. Because anywhere I go, if I'm able to, I look for a recreation center.
Gotcha.
But yeah, something like that.
Okay. That's interesting. A rec center. You gotta be in a rec center working with youngins.
Who would have ever thought that this is what I would really enjoy doing?
Because you want to be a police officer.
And shoot them up, bang bang.
Lock them up, send them away.
I didn't know. I was a big proponent of community policing.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah. So no.
Somebody got to go if they're upsetting the community though.
Well, yeah. I mean that's different, but I'm not out there looking for people to arrest and stuff.
Right. That's different.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
So.
So this it's been a pretty good locker room chat.
I love it.
About travel.
I think everybody should. I had a friend post the other day how she needs to travel more. She said her suitcase is dusty. She needs to travel more because what is all work and no play? And I believe it. Like you may not be able to go like
Antigua.
Antigua or Cayman Islands, but
Cuba.
Even if you go to if you stay in state, like North Carolina is so vast in what you can do. From the mountains to the coast, like you can do so much in North Carolina and feel like you've gone somewhere.
I agree. I agree. I think everybody should out of a 4-week month, there should be at least 1 to 2 weeks that you go somewhere and do something.
I like that. I may do that. I mean, even here, because we still haven't gone to the beach yet, which is so embarrassing to say.
I mean, you just came back from Antigua. You really don't need to go to no more beaches.
No, I do. I would love to go to the beach. But the only thing about the Gulf Coast, which is the red tide, and it's just going.
What's a red tide?
So from what I was told is when like the fish and stuff die and it stinks and they come wash ashore.
Wow. Yeah, you probably don't want to go then.
Yeah. So and the weather's been really crazy. So we've gotten a lot of rip current warnings lately. So
y'all getting in the water?
You go to the beach and not get in the water.
I do. Yeah, this guy. I ain't getting
no, if I'm going to the beach, I'm getting wet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, what do? Just go and sit and put your toes in the sand?
I'll get in like, I ain't getting like neck deep in the water.
Oh, no. I don't play. I'm in the water probably up to my waist.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm in the water.
Yeah. I'm not a big water person. Like, it don't move me. I grew up in Houston, so I grew up in Texas, so it's kind of odd. But
okay. Yeah.
We used to
when
race.
I was in Antigua, I was in the pool every day. Either pool or the beach.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. I know one thing, man, the seafood, like I'm a seafood lover. So if anybody knows of any good seafood places, man, tell me. I'm there.
So speaking of seafood, people laugh at me. I like crab meat. I'm not doing crab legs.
I mean, I wouldn't laugh at you, but
no, because they asked me why. I said, I don't want to work that hard to eat. I need my food ready to go when it comes to me. I'm not cracking, dipping. You
don't even eat crabs.
I eat a double crab because the top is already open.
Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. You're not trying to break the crab open and
no, that's too much work.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big crab. I eat crabs, crab legs, mussels, conch, whatever.
Fresh conch, man, let me tell you, amazing. But no, if I ever go on a date and they want to go do crab legs, the disclaimer is you got to crack them off for me and just put the meat on the plate.
Yeah, we're not going to get crab legs.
That's right. I put it out there.
Yeah, that's
no, but I love seafood. So when you do fresh fish, head on or head off?
Either.
Okay.
Yeah, either one. I was trying to make fish head soup one time. My frat brothers laugh at me because I try to eat so many different. I eat like I'm impoverished, and I want to eat like possum and squirrel and rabbit. And all. We didn't eat all that stuff growing up, but I mean, like I'm in the backwoods trapping my game.
But fish head soup is a staple in the Caribbean.
Hey man, all I'm saying is I don't believe in wasting food. I believe that everything can be eaten from, like a fish can be eaten from the head to the tail. Like I was with some buddies last night, and they was like, "Oh man, it ain't but two of us ain't gonna eat no chitlins." I'm like, "Excuse me, it's three. I eat chitlins."
Yeah, so I don't eat any pork.
Huh?
I don't eat any pork.
I don't eat it as much as I used to, but if you got a batch of chitlins, I got my own fork.
Are you serious?
I love me some chitlins, man. Oh my gosh.
So how do you eat it? Like, do you eat it on top of something? Or is this like a?
Oh God! Don't throw up. Oh gosh.
Because they're so nasty looking.
Oh, they are. I mean, so they're horrible looking. So for me, when I eat chitlins, I feel like I'm eating chitlins to honor my ancestors because like that's all they ate what they could. But for me, they'd be great. My buddy.
Do you put hot sauce on them?
What? Woo. My man, I went over his house and he had like the chitlin loaf. He was out there on the grill, cooking them on the grill in the little cast iron skillet. So like a couple years ago, my wife said, "Hey, why don't we just smoke the chitlins?" I'm like, I ain't never done it before, but hey, look, let's try it. Put them chitlins on the grill in the cast iron pot, smoked them. Hey man, them things were so good. Oh my gosh. Like I'm a big smoke guy. I'm a big smoke guy. You got cooking with smoke. Oh, ostentatious. Oh my God, so good.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Enough of that.
Yeah, but that's I mean, I love it. But I don't, like I said, you can't eat it all the time because you got health issues and stuff. You got to watch what we eat when we get older. But amazing. Amazing. So I'm all for it. Anybody got some good food places? I'm for it. Like I watch the little food shows and people eating, going to like different countries and eating. I'm with that. I'm with that 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm with the different cuisines. Like I go eat Indian food. I go eat like Mexican food,
I love Mexican food, authentic Mexican.
Yeah. I mean, I'll eat Panamanian. I'll eat I went to there's a little shop down the street from where I work. They had pupusas. And I was like, man. So I was this lady worked with me. She was like, what are we gonna eat? I said, man, let's go over and get these papooses. She was like, what is that? I told her what it was.
Yeah, what is it?
So papooses is I think it's Honduran. I might be saying it wrong, but it's like it's a stuffed tortilla with either chicken or beef or
Like an empanada.
Okay. Yeah. It's like a yeah, I guess you could
And it's
say.
fried.
Was it fried? No. The meat was cooked and it was stuffed in the tortilla. It was great. I can't tell you how to cook. You might have to look it up, but it was great.
I am. Don't you know I am.
Yeah, man, that thing was good. But the place closed down, so I don't go anymore. But when I say the food was good, it was great. Then they had this other Mexican restaurant that had like a seafood soup. Oh, outstanding. You hear me? Outstanding.
Okay.
I love seafood soup. They had like the octopus, the fish. They had shrimp, mussels, scallops. Man, they loaded you down. So it's funny because when I first started going, it was a big 32-ounce cup. And I'm like, what the heck is it? But they matured and they've gotten better over time. It's a bowl. It's a big, one of them big Tupperware bowls now, but them 32-ounce cups were hilarious. But they were good though. They were good.
Interesting. So yeah, we're gonna circle back to this conversation because we're gonna catch back up with this in the middle of the year to see if any of our travel plans have changed or we added anything.
Gotcha. I'm looking forward to it. So look,
yes,
since I believe in chivalry, ladies first, give us the inspirational quote of the day.
You only have one life to live, so live it to the fullest.
There you go. I like it. So,
And you?
My inspirational quote would be, God is. And that's it. God is. Yeah, God is. And yeah, no matter what you're going through, God is. Like,
I like that.
Yeah. I ain't one trying to trump yours, but I like yours too.
No, that thing that did it though, you know.
Hey, we came to slay, not to play. Yeah.
So yes, until next week.
I'm looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it.
All right, we're gonna have young Michael take us out of here with the extro. Not the intro, but the exit.
An
Outro, whatever. That works too. Yeah.
Until next time, Jason.
Until next time, Sharice. It's been a pleasure.
Always a pleasure to be able to rock with you, man.
Hey, man, let's keep doing it.
Sounds good.
All right.
Well, if you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, and continue to follow us on this journey. If you've been rocking with us so far, keep on keeping on because we have a lot more amazing episodes to come. We are DTR Incorporated, a nonprofit organization geared toward uplifting, inspiring, empowering communities all over the world. I'd like to thank you for joining us tonight. And remember, our goal is not to be better than anybody, but together we can achieve better for everybody. Thank you. Have a good night. Peace.
We're going to try to segue all those things into that regarding
At school, they knew what fraternities you were in.
Definitely wasn't an easy decision. I sat down with my dad